let's stand and let's make you part of the music team today. Are we ready to be spiritual giants and affirm that out as living expressions of spirit? Here we go. God will make of us spiritual giants. God will make of us spiritual giants. Can you feel the power moving? Can you feel the power moving? Now is the acceptable time. Now is the acceptable time. Very nice. You know what's coming next. Let's do it again together. God will make of us spiritual giants. God will make of us spiritual giants. Can you feel the power moving? Can you feel the power moving? Now is the acceptable time. Now is the acceptable time. Very nice. Now I want to start off with the right side of the room. You sing the whole thing, okay? Here we go. God will make of us spiritual giants. Middle. God will make of us spiritual giants. And the other side. God will make. Can you feel the power Nice. Nice. All right, let's come back together. God will make of us spiritual giants. God will make of us spiritual giants. Can you feel the power moving? Can you feel the power moving? Now is the acceptable time. Now is the acceptable time.
Good morning.
Good morning.
As if you didn't know me, my name is Louise, and I am your trustee today. And first of all, I would like to have David Berk come up and give us an update on Reverend Judy.
Okay, as of last week, we had a verbal agreement. Now we have a signed contract. So, yay! We are working on the dates for Reverend Judy to come and speak. And if you're on the board of trustees, can you please see me after? We want to discuss something that she asked. And that way I can let her know today sometime later in the day what our decision is. So thank you very much. Oh, one other thing. I want to say from the deepest part of my heart, thank you for the practitioners and everything they've done. Yeah. They have really helped keep the center together and moving forward and continue to be positive. So we owe you a lot. Thank you. That's it.
So I have one other announcement. So we have a card for Jose because he is still recovering from his surgery. So if you'd like to sign the card, it's over here on the front table next to Flo. And don't forget to leave a little with Flo. All right, so on behalf of the Board of Trustees and our practitioners, I am privileged to welcome you to the Sonoran Desert Center for Spiritual Living. That kind of came out as loving. I like that too. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are truly welcome here. Here you will be validated, supported, and encouraged to be all that you are meant to be. And so let's say our vision statement, which is love in action, every day, in every way. And we express this love by learning and living the principles of science of mind. On the back of your programs, you will find our Declaration of Principles. So please join me now in reading them. I believe there is an infinite intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe this intelligent power is only good. I believe this intelligence expresses as me, and I believe through my conscious use of this power, I create my life as happy, healthy, and complete. And so it is. So do we have any first-timers today?
Yes, no. We do. I see you.
Hi. You are?
My name is Brad. I'm David's brother.
Okay. Thank you. Are you here for just a short visit, or are you going to join us forever? Okay. All right. Yeah. So I don't know if all of you could hear, but his name is Brad, and he's David's brother. So we invite you to stay after and get to know us, and thank you for coming. We would like to thank all the people that make this Sunday celebration possible. And first of all, that is all of you that sit in these chairs and join us every Sunday. If you weren't here, it would not be the same. And thank you to the ones who make sure everything is set up and in place for this gathering. Now, please direct your attention to the announcements in your bulletin. And if you are watching online, please visit us at cslaz.org for our announcements and events. So.
God in me beholds the God in you, and you and I are one. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. It is all for our greatest and highest good. The God in me beholds the God in you, and you and I are one. Namaste. Namaste.
Well, we're in this quiet space. Let's just breathe in and open for the invocation. Let us become still and remember that there is one presence, one power, one life. And that presence is here now, expressing through each one of us. I open my heart and mind to the divine intelligence within and around us. I know that Reverend Donna's message and Heather and Stephen's music touch and open each heart, each mind in exactly the way it is meant to be. May each of us receive whatever word, thought, feeling, or insight is ours to receive. May we be open to new understanding, to new possibilities, and to the gentle movement of spirit within. And so it is.
My name is Kay Clark-Uhles. I am your acting practitioner today. What, good. Thank you. And from the Science of Mind textbook, the big book, but I found it on sacredtext.com by Ernest Holmes. Love is the great lodestone of life, and without this quality of spirit shining through life's action, everything becomes dull and drear. Goodness and human kindness are the handmaids of love and life and cannot be separated from reality. Irritation, vexation, and confusion go hand in hand to rob man and woman of his birthright and her birthright, their birthright, to peace, comfort, and harmony. As children of the dust, they must be brushed aside as unfit companions of the soul. Anger and malice, revenge and animosity cannot breathe the same atmosphere as goodness and purity, and they will fall away as we climb to those heights where the indwelling spirit lives. Self-confidence and courage go hand in hand with real worth and are but the declaration of man's wholeness. There's nothing petty or little about greatness. Mental alertness and animation but signify that man lives in a life of everlasting interest and activities. Honesty and sincerity show forth the fundamental principles of being, and without them, man expresses only a makeshift of himself, a false and deluded sense of reality. No real person can be dishonest or insincere. Truth alone shines to eternal day. The complete, well-rounded, dynamic personality contains all of these qualities and attributes, and they will come forth into expression to the exact degree that we allow them to flow through us. Personality is not false, but real. It is the shining through of the real self, the man God made, and so it is. I will take this candle and hold the high watch and remind all that the practitioners are the healing arm of the church, and no prayer request, great or small, is unwelcome, no matter the size. So please come. There are cards over on the table, and I will be over there and sitting and holding the consciousness. Thank you.
So, since today's theme is Courage Opens the Way, I'm doing a song. We haven't done this one in a little while. But it's by one of my favorite people on earth, Jana Stanfield. It's called If I Were Brave. What would I do if I knew that I could not fail? If I believed that the wind always fill up my sails, how far would I go? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do what we secretly dream. What would you ask if you knew you could have anything? Like a mighty oak sleeps in the heart of a sea, there are miracles in you and me. And you know there are. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge where true believers dare to tread. I'd never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? If I refuse to listen to the voice of fear, would the voice of courage whisper in my ear? Maybe this is what you'd hear. I am brave enough to move ahead where true believers dare to tread and never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today? I am brave. What will I do today? I am brave. What would I do today? I am, say it with me. What would I do today? I am brave. What did I do today? I am brave. Thank you. Namaste.
You guys are so kind. Let's see if we can do something with that so it's not in my nose.
Well, it's been a while since I had to do this. There we go.
Okay, let's see where I am here. Well, good morning. Good morning. It really does feel good to be back here. I don't think you ever completely retire from a ministry. You know, I mean, I think you've always got your heart. I've always got my heart with this family. So, well, as I think Kay said, our theme for the month of August is standing in spiritual strength, and the topic that was chosen for today is courage opens the way. So courage is a choice and willingness to act despite feeling fear, danger, or pain. It's not the total absence of fear, but the strength to move forward anyway. One of the things that the Cowardly Lion teaches us is that courage is not synonymous with being fearless. The lion is scared nearly out of his skin by his environment and all of those things living within it. When he first meets Dorothy and her allies, he puffs himself up in a great show of bravado to mask his insecurity and downright fear of any newcomer that happens by his little piece of the woods. The lion's blowhard bravado is merely an act to hide his insecurity and fear. But later, he must rise above his fears in order to stand before the great wizard, though his knees are shaking terribly. He must persevere in the quest to find the wicked witch of the West when he and his comrades traverse a haunted forest. The lion must then climb an impossible mountain, trick the witch's armed guards, don a disguise that doesn't quite cover him, enter into the very heart of the witch's castle to rescue Dorothy and defeat the powerful magic of the evil creatures who live there. Having succeeded in the impossible task of bringing the broomstick of the witch back to the Emerald City, the lion must then hold his own before the billowing smoke, fire, and bellowing of the wizard once again. He must courageously speak up for Dorothy and his friends when it looks like the wizard is going to renege on his offer to help. Through all of this, the cowardly lion is afraid for his life and literally shaking in his fur. But he puts his concerns for the safety of Dorothy and his friends first. And it's this going forth against all odds for the sake of someone besides the self that is at the heart of courage. So courage is the choice and willingness to act despite feeling fear, danger, or pain. Not the total absence of fear, but the strength to move forward anyway. The word courage itself is derived from the Latin cor, C-O-R, or the French coeur, C-O-E-U-R, meaning heart. So one could say that courage really is a matter of the heart. And according to the internet, there are, they mention many types of courage, but there's three main types, and I want to go through them today briefly. The first is physical courage. There were 3 ships around a sinking ship when a distress signal was sent. The first one, Samson, was approximately 7 miles away from the sinking ship. They were so close they could see it. But the crew aboard the ship had been involved in illegal hunting of seals. They turned their backs to the shipwreck because they didn't want to get caught. So sometimes courage is not about insane bravery. It's just simply having the guts to let go of what's important to us because someone else is in dire need. The crew of Samson did not possess this quality. There was another ship approximately 14 miles away from the sinking ship. The Californian saw the distress signals as it was also within eye shot. But they were surrounded by ice and it was night, so they chose to wait for the morning so that conditions would be improved. The third ship was approximately 58 miles away and was already moving in the opposite direction. When they heard the cries over the radio, they chose to take action. This lifeboat was the Carpathia, and the shipwreck it sailed to was a Titanic. They saved 705 lives that night, and it was the courage of Captain Arthur Rostron who gave the order, "Mr. Dean, turn this boat around." And more recently, last Monday at 5:34, Western Colombia experienced a 7.4 earthquake, causing thousands of deaths and incredible destruction. And I was watching the news as this was happening, and it showed an interior shot of a hospital. Well, the whole building was shaking. The doctors, nurses, and medical staff were standing leaning over their patients. protecting them from the falling debris from the ceiling. And I don't know what happened to those people. I don't know if the building stood. I don't know if they lost their lives. I don't know. But I was so impressed by the courage of those staff members who put aside their fears for their own lives to protect their patients who could not move. We may be never asked to run into a burning building or protect someone else from harm, but even the smallest act of bravery can raise our own self-esteem. And perhaps it would be good. I'm thinking about all these different people who do put their lives on the line. So every once in a while, we take a moment in our quiet time to give thanks for those in our military protecting our country, for those first responders, the firefighters, the police, the paramedics, who put our welfare and safety above their own. The second is moral courage, the ability to do what is right, even when facing shame, social pressure, or loss. And I'm going to tell a story I've told before, and everybody knows it, but it works here. So when it's a good story, you can tell it again and again, right? We've probably all heard the story of Shaya, a mentally challenged young boy. And this is the story as it first appeared in print, written by Rabbi Pesach Krohn in his 1993 book, Echoes of the Majid. In Brooklyn, New York, Chush is a Jewish school that caters to learning disabled children. Some children remain in Cush for their entire school career, while others can be mainstreamed into conventional schools. At a Chush fundraiser, the father of a Chush child delivered a speech that would never be forgotten by all who attended. After extolling the school and its dedicated staff, he cried out, "Where is the perfection in my son Shaya? Everything God does is done with perfection. But my child cannot understand things as other children do. My child cannot remember facts and figures as other children do. Where is God's perfection?" And the audience was shocked by the question, pained by the father's anguish, and stilled by the piercing query. "I believe," the father answered, "that when God brings a child like this into the world, the perfection that he seeks is in the way people react to this child." He then told the following story about his son. One afternoon, Shaya and his father walked past a park where some boys Shaya knew were playing baseball. Shaya asked, "Do you think they will let me play?" Shaya's father knew that his son was not at all athletic, and most boys would not want him on their team. But Shaya's father also understood that if his son was chosen to play, it would give him a comfortable sense of belonging. Shaya's father approached one of the boys in the field and asked if Shaya could play. The boy looked around for guidance from his teammates, getting none. He took matters into his own hands and said, "We are losing by 6 runs, and the game is in the 8th inning. I guess he can be on our team, and we'll try to put him up to bat in the 9th inning." Shaya's father was ecstatic, and Shaya smiled broadly. Shaya was told to put on a glove and go out to play short center field. In the bottom of the 8th inning, Shaya's team scored a few runs, but was still behind by 3. In the bottom of the 9th inning, Shaya's team scored again, and now with 2 outs and the bases loaded with the potential winning run on base, Shaya was scheduled to be up. Would the team actually let Shaya bat at this juncture and give away their chance to win the game? Surprisingly, Shaya was given the bat. Everyone knew that it was all but impossible because Shaya didn't even know how to hold the bat properly, let alone hit with it. However, as Shaya stepped up to the plate, the pitcher moved a few steps to lob the ball in softly so Shaya could at least be able to make contact. The first pitch came in, and Shaya swung clumsily and missed. One of Shaya's teammates came up to Shaya, and together they held the bat and faced the pitcher, waiting for the next pitch. The pitcher again took a few steps forward to toss the ball softly toward Shaya. As the pitch came in, Shaya and his teammate swung the bat, and together they hit a slow ground ball to the pitcher. The pitcher picked up this soft grounder and could easily have thrown the ball to the first baseman. Shaya would have been out, and that would have ended the game. Instead, the pitcher took the ball and threw it on a high arc to right field, far beyond the reach of the first baseman. Everybody started yelling, "Shaya, run to first, run to first." And never in his life had Shaya had to run to first. He scampered down the baseline, wide-eyed and startled. By the time he reached first base, the right fielder had the ball, and he could have thrown the ball to the second baseman, who would tag out Shaya, who was still running. But the right fielder understood what the pitcher's intentions were, so he threw the ball high and far over the third baseman's head. Everyone yelled, "Run to second, run to second." Shaya ran towards second base as the runners ahead of him deliriously circled the bases towards home. As Shaya reached second base, the opposing shortstop ran to him, turned him in the direction of third base, and shouted, "Run to third." As Shaya rounded third, the boys from both teams ran behind him screaming, "Shaya, run home." Shaya ran home, stepped on home plate, and all 18 boys lifted him on their shoulders and made him the hero, as he had just hit a grand slam and won the game for his team. That day, the father said softly, with tears now rolling down his face, I think mine are too, those 18 boys reached their level of God's perfection. And to me, they showed true moral courage by choosing to put aside their competitive nature. You know, these are little kids playing baseball. I mean, you need to win, right? But they gave that young man a chance to be a hero. And in doing that, in making that decision, they gave themselves a transformative experience that they will remember forever. You know, our moral courage doesn't need to be that profound for you and me, but it does take moral courage to admit a mistake. It takes moral courage to say, "I'm sorry," when we've hurt someone. It takes moral courage to stand up for something that we think is inappropriate. It takes moral courage to stand up for ourselves when we've been mistreated or disrespected. In every instance, no matter how small, these acts of courage help build our confidence and self-esteem so that we can grow in our own authenticity. And the third type is emotional courage. And that's the power to face difficult feelings, sadness, or personal vulnerability without running away. Kay's story last week about her solo trip across country was a wonderful example of having the courage to look beyond personal vulnerability and returning with a renewed self-confidence, a new sense of self-confidence and self-worth. And we've all had to face those difficult feelings. And when we do, we find an inner strength that we didn't know that we had. One of the sweetest stories that I remembered as I was getting ready for today happened when desegregation was just barely taking root. One mother found the school her child would be attending was one of the schools on the list for desegregation. It was her daughter's first day of kindergarten, and the mother was very anxious. When her daughter returned that afternoon, her mother asked if there were any black children in her class, and she replied, "Yes, another girl. We sat next to each other." The mother raised her eyebrow and said, "Did you talk to her?" "Oh, no, Mama. We were too scared to talk. We just held hands." Sometimes our courage can be bolstered by a simple word or a pat on the back. And sometimes we can help bolster another's courage by our kind word or pat or hug or by taking a hand. The topic for the entire month is standing in spiritual strength. And as we said, our topic is courage opens the way. And when I put those two ideas together, I am reminded of Joseph Campbell and his works on the hero's journey. Campbell explains that the classic hero's path follows three primary phases. Departure, the hero receives a call to adventure, leaves the safety of home, and crosses the first threshold into the unknown. He or she may make a conscious choice to begin the journey, or it may begin by something that is not in control of the hero. The second one is initiation. The hero faces a series of trials, meets a mentor, confronts deep fears, and undergoes a profound personal transformation or ordeal. And the return. The hero brings back a boon, wisdom, or gift to benefit their ordinary community, mastering both the spiritual and physical worlds. Campbell calls this journey a monomyth, and it's found in stories throughout the world and throughout time. You and I participate in this monomyth when we experience an adventure and return, changed by the challenges we have faced and overcome. It was Kay's conscious decision to travel across country alone, while the little girls had no say in whether or not they were going to school. So in many stories, the hero returns with a physical prize or success, like an elixir, the chalice, the golden fleece, or by slaying the dragon. But according to Campbell, the ultimate boon is a hero's state of higher consciousness, wisdom, or peace that brings insight back to the ordinary world. The courage to take our own hero's journey opens the way for our own transformation so that we can stand in our spiritual strength to become our true and authentic selves. We return having found something sacred within us and realize that this is a truth at the core of every human being. So our acts of courage, whether huge or tiny, open the way for our spiritual growth. And that is the real gift that we bring back to the world. Thank you. Namaste.
I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to be passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. I give myself, that's right, permission to be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. Now, I want you to take a second, and on the count of 3, we're gonna think about a word. And on the count of 3, I want you to shout that word out, what you're giving yourself permission to do today, okay? Take a second, just think. All right, and 1, 2, 3, go. Loud. Say it again, louder. Yeah. I be all I can be. I give myself permission to live passionate and free. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, it's time for our offering. One of the things that I really appreciated what David said about our practitioners, because there are so many churches who without a minister just crumble. And we haven't done that. We have stayed strong and passionate and free. And it's because of them. It's because of all of you who have participated in that. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I just know with Reverend Judy, we've just got a whole brand new chapter ahead of us. So it is time for our offering to put that divine law of circulation in place. So would you repeat with me our offering affirmation? My gift goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless all that it touches. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I share generously of my good, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is. Sheryl, it's so nice of you to sign for us like that. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's take a moment to close this out in prayer. For our board members, don't forget to meet with David afterwards. So let's just take a moment to think about those times when we have had the courage to move through our own fear, and in so doing, created a better sense of self. So I give thanks for all of those times in my life and in yours. And I give thanks for the opportunity to be here in this spiritual family that I call home. I know that we are each blessed by our participation today. And I know that we go forth in love, beauty, joy, peace, and harmony, as together we say, and so it is. Thank you, and now may we stand and sing Stand.